Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Scenes from a Hat at Home. Hat at, get it? It kind of. Anyway, I'm your host, Jay Sterling. But more importantly, I am joined by the Four Seasons, Kat Fenton, Foursquare, John Bickford, for now, Mark Olson, and the Four Winds, Miss M.A. Dorfler. And Rod Foreskin can't be with us tonight.
Ooh.
Got cut.
I'm not red, that's the lighting. Okay. We're gonna That's right, that's right. The lighting was just, it was terrible. He looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy. That had birth to Svengoolie. So we're going to play several games tonight. And the first game is called, dramatic pause, Changing Lines. And this game is for welcome back Miss Kat Fenton, who has had a hiatus for a while, and one of our new fast and funny regulars, Mr. Mark Olson. And the way this game is played is that the two of them will be working on a scene, and throughout various times through the scene, I'm going to yell change. And they have to change that last word, the last sentence, the last portion, whatever it was, into something else. Completely different, completely funny, and just completely. So, Kat and Mark, you two are, let's say, your husband and wife, and say you just picked up a picture at an art gallery. You're deciding how to hang a picture in your house. Take it away.
Okay, I'm going to go down to the basement and I'm going to get the level and the nail and we got to measure this out and make sure it's going to be up there right.
Honey, I don't think you really need that. Can't you just use your eyes?
My eyes are going bad. I can't use eyes. I need the level to make sure, because if it's not level, it's just going to drive me nuts.
Change.
It's going to drive me to drink.
Change.
It's going to drive me to the neighbor.
Change.
It's going to drive me to our neighbor Al.
Do you and Al have something going on that I don't know about?
Yeah, we smoke cigars and drink scotch.
Okay, well, what about hanging this picture? I really want it over by the living room.
Change.
I want it in the garage.
Change.
It's garbage. It's junk. I'm going to give it to John Bickford.
Change.
You know, I'd like to smash it over John Bickford's head.
Is that why you picked it?
Well,
Smash John over the head? You didn't need to spend all that money.
well, you know, John and I kind of have this love-hate relationship going on.
Change.
We're secret lovers.
Change.
Last night, I caught him in bed with M.A.
No, I'll allow it. Go on.
Really? That's an interesting concept. Since we're all on quarantine, how did that happen?
Well, honey, I just haven't been wearing my mask lately, and you know,
Get away!
it really doesn't matter anymore. I mean, let's just spread the love.
I don't want COVID.
Change.
I don't want to kiss you anymore.
Change.
I don't want to do anything with you anymore.
Change.
I'd rather do it with Al.
Al?
Yeah.
I thought his name was really Alice.
Well, it is, but he had to change.
Change.
He's getting implants next week.
Change.
And then he's getting the angry inch.
Can I have some?
Okay, and see. I have notes. John gets the picture in the divorce, so right. Moving on, game number 2 is going to be for all 4 players. This is press conference. And we're going to return Miss MA to the guessing situation because she's so good at it. Um, and the way this game works is that we start the game. MA has just finished a press conference, but she doesn't know who she is or why she's given this press conference. But the other three players know. And it is up to them through a round of questioning to give her subtle clues, hints, and she needs to figure out those two items, who she is and what she's been accused of. So I'm going to hope and guess that through the magic of technology, our beloved producer has updated the three of you. Yes, y'all know what's going on?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, MA, ready or not, take it away.
Let's see.
So I'm so glad that you all got to join me. And I know you're just here because I'm pretty. But if you have any questions, yeah, you in the orange.
Yes, Phil Lathrop. I just wanted to know, after what you did you feel like there was some prejudice?
Well, I'm not prejudiced against anybody. Yeah, you in the black?
Do you have pride in the fact that you've taken those smelly things and done such evil with them?
Oh, I am so proud of myself. Yeah, and the hat?
Yes, my name is Cat in the Hat. And I'm just wondering, what kind of shoes were you wearing to make them smell so bad?
Trying to remember. I think they were tennis shoes. Yeah. Yeah, in the orange.
Oh, yes. So can you explain further your process of getting these things to the next level of terror?
Well, I always like to take a stepped approach. So first I did step 1, and then step 2, and then step 3.
Weird.
Yeah, in the black.
What did you use to add weight so you could swing it around and hit people with the smell?
Well, I have this like special trebuchet that goes 360 degrees. Yeah, in the hat.
Yes, it's Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, cat.
I know you're English, but are you throwing it kind of Englishly, like the way you write your novels?
Kinda, yeah. In the orange.
Yes. Could you not have done some laundry ahead of time?
I don't do my own laundry.
Any clues?
Yeah,
MA?
cat.
Okay.
Apparently you are wrong because you neglect to wash those smelly things. Again, I don't think you were wearing tennis shoes. You had to have been wearing something else to make these things on your feet just really like scream stench. Whew.
Well, I mean, how else do you make socks smelly?
Close.
Well, and then you, I don't know if you added like charcoal or whatever to make them heavy. But don't you think that was dangerous to kind of like poke that kid's eye out?
Well, you know, when you're swinging things around, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, in the black.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're going to hit people with it, and you're going to do some damage. You turn it into something like that, it's just wrong.
Emma, you got a clue on any of this yet?
No.
How about did you name one of these Darcy or anything? Maybe one was called Lord?
Um,
Your use is worse than a gun. You know, it's
Yeah.
They started with two really heavy clues immediately, and I thought, oh my gosh, he's gonna get it right away. I mean, you should have pride in your performance here, and we know you're not prejudiced about.
Hmm. Could,
yeah, and
could you?
I can't think of the name though.
Hmm.
All right, should we give her more clues,
Yeah.
or should we give her the name and work on the second half?
I mean, is it true you're from a small town in southern Minnesota where they process hogs?
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Cute. That's the spam capital of the world.
Yeah, it is. It must be nice to have
That's good, John. That was good.
Homonym.
something in common.
You're not a dead body. You'd be a Jane Doe, but that's not true.
well, and you are 18th century.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just can't come up with the name. So it's Jane Austen.
Okay.
Okay. So, have you got any idea on why you're holding this esteemed press conference?
Mm-mm.
Wow. We have stumped Miss MA. She's been away from the guessing game for too
She
long.
got the smelly socks right.
Yes.
Right. What were you doing with the smelly socks?
Yeah.
Art said terror.
Worse than a
Swinging it
gun.
around and hitting people with it. What did you turn it into?
Yeah.
Worse than a gun. Worse than a sword.
We'll let it go. That's fine. It was a hard clue, and I know that you're really good at this. So I intentionally came up with something difficult. If Jane Austen was arrested for weaponizing socks.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's all clear now. Of course.
Dirty socks.
You know what?
I'm getting it.
Murph, I need a laugh track.
That was hard.
That was really
That
hard.
was really mean. That was mean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really
Oh, Jay's
that was
fault.
a belly of a game. So, game number 3 is going to be with John and MA, and this is a game called Switching Roles. And in this game, they enact a scene, they start it, and at some point, I'm going to yell switch. And similar to changing lines, instead of modifying their last statement, they reverse their roles, and the other person picks up where that last person left off, either by stating the same thing and leaving it there, stating the same thing and moving forward. So, John and MA. Okay, the scene is you're at a pawn shop. One of you is the pawnbroker, and the other one's the customer. Start out however you want. And the scene is one of you is trying to pawn off their Monopoly money collection. So you're using Monopoly money to try to get money from a pawn shop. Take it away.
I know it's worth a lot more than that.
No, it's really not.
I mean, it's vintage. It's vintage.
Okay. If you had the entire game still in the shrink wrap, then we might have something, but just the money?
Oh no, I threw all that stuff away.
Switch.
I threw all that stuff away.
Well, somebody is getting lucky dumpster diving outside of your place, I'm sure, because they are going to find a treasure trove of half thrown away games, I'm guessing.
Well,
Like
I don't
3 of
think
the
it's gonna be
Yahtzee dice.
much- I don't think they're going to be able to play without the money, though.
Oh, well, they could use real money. They could use actual Tinder in place of it.
Tinder. Switch.
Do I have to say Tinder? Use actual Tinder in place of it.
Well, I don't think anybody that I know in that neighborhood has that much Tinder on them at any time. And I think I meant Tinder, where I went astray.
Well, you're still not going to get much tender from me.
Good one.
Well, yeah, I've kind of gotten that vibe for quite a while. Sorry, honey.
You do understand that we only take things that have value, right?
Switch.
You do realize we only take things of value, right?
Well, it's money, though.
It is printed pieces of paper, not actual legal money.
But it's old. Doesn't that make it worth something?
Well, there's actually no way to verify the age of them. I mean, they could have been printed yesterday, and I wouldn't have any way of knowing. I'd have to do extensive tests, and those are expensive, and it's just not worth my time.
Switch.
It's just not worth my time.
Well, God damn it, make the time.
Okay, NC. If old was valuable, then our producer, myself, John, and Mark would be worth a lot of money. And for all you ladies wondering, John's Tinder account is BeerStud69. Okay.
Yep, because BeerStud68 was taken.
34 and a half. If you get the joke, we'll leave it there. So, game number 4. Game number 4 in our final game of the evening capitalizes on the return of Miss Cat Fenton. We're going to play Let's Make a Date.
Aww.
And gets to be the guesser for this one. It's one of the games that she enjoys. She's been gone for a while. You know, we all have this stuff going on. So, what we're going to do is our effervescent producer is sending quirks to the other 3 players, and Kat is on this prestigious dating show called Let's Make a Date, and she is going to ask each of her prospective love interests 2 questions, and they have to give her sufficient clues so she guesses what their particular situation is, their quirk, their deal, whatever. So everybody got everything? Yep. Okay. So Kat, they are in order. It's John, Mark, and MA. 1, 2,
Okay.
and 3.
Got it.
All right,
Okay.
and take it away.
Bachelor number 1. After our first date, you make me dinner at your place, and you have 3 cats, and I'm allergic to them. What are you going to do about it?
I will get rid of those cats for you. I have current headshots.
That's very sweet. Okay, Bachelor number 2. The other day we had a little lover's quarrel. How are you going to make it up to me?
Yeah, we had that quarrel, and then I started to get really, really depressed. And then all of a sudden I got really hyper, and I don't know what to do. And you know what? And my arm started hurting, so it's just, and then my nose.
Wow, okay. That's groovy. Bachelor at number 3. We went for a long drive and we went parking. Where did we park?
Well, first, can I just call you dearly beloved?
Okay. Sure. I think that could be a kind of cute nickname.
Great.
Okay. Bachelor number 1. We're at a cookout and there's a big fight between my brothers. How are you going to step in?
Oh, I would step in and I would beat them down. I would beat them down soundly. I would. Yes, of course. End scene.
Oh, okay. That's great protection. Bachelor number 2. The other day, I got a flat tire and AAA failed me. And I called you and you didn't answer. Where were you?
I was dealing with this rash I have down in my private area, and it was just, I couldn't answer the phone. I couldn't, I rash, and then the rash started to spread, and then my nose.
Okay, I'm glad you couldn't help me.
I get a commercial for that one.
Bachelorette number 3. Last night, I went into your cell phone and I found a suspicious number. Who was it?
Well, all I can say is that I promise to honor, love, obey. Well, maybe not so much obey, but everything else for the rest of my life. I do.
Okay,
I
Kat.
do.
2 rounds.
2 rounds. Okay.
That was it. That's it. So what about
Okay.
John? How you doing?
John is somebody from Shakespeare. He's
No,
he's
not exactly correct.
no, but he's ending scene and he's beating people down and
And he's dramatizing. He's an
dramatizing.
Actor. He's an actor. Looking to get noticed.
And I
Big
talked
actor.
about my headshots.
Yeah,
That's right.
he
That
did
was-
get noticed, all right.
Mark.
Bachelor number 2 is some type of a hypochondriac. He's got
That's exactly it. One word. Bam. Hypochondriac. And
Bachelor number 3 thinks she's going to marry me. Or
close enough. We'll take
she's
it, yeah. Thinking, rehearsing, practicing, coming up with wedding vows, that kind of stuff. So
They
that's
got 1 wrong. Headshots.
that for a return. That's very good. That's very good. Well,
Job.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending. Hopefully, you stayed with us. From what I understand, there was a little bit of technical difficulties during this last game. So it's not just John Bickford. It happens to other people too. Just apparently not MA. So, what can I say?
Next.
So that's it. That's it for this show. We have a special announcement. Official event thingies that we're posting on Facebook and social media now. We will be performing at the Fringe Festival Saturday, August 8th at 8 p.m. So we got the 8/8. We got the prime time slot. Oh, wait. What would you say? Prime time. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I'm not ready for prime time.
We no one's ready for John. So we thank you. I'm your host, Jay Sterling. But more importantly, I am joined by Miss Kat Fenton, Mr. John Bickford, Mr. Mark Olson, Miss M.A. Dorfler, and our turtle with the bad neck, Steve Murphy, our producer. Thanks for joining us. And remember, laugh at something before it laughs at you.